been studying them for 40 years. And I've studied all the other religions. I've read the Quran, I've read the Old Testament, the New Testament. Look into the teachings of Baha'u'llah and see why he was in prison for 40 years because of these teachings. And why, well, just look into it yourselves. Again, I thank you very much.
I'm going to agree with Rabbi Brody on his statement that we should always question. And I believe that the Jewish religion has been successful because it questions. Einstein asked a question. I got his tie here. He said, what would it be like to be riding on a light beam? What would the world look like? He asked a question, and he revolutionized thought. When we start asking questions, we can learn a lot. Science is spectacularly successful. We put a man on the moon because science works. Religious beliefs don't have such a great track record. If religion could operate like science and ask questions, imagine what could happen. And Niels Bohr, a great scientist, says to his students, he said, take everything I say, not as a statement, as a question. And so we all need to question. And I would invite Rabbi Brody and my colleagues not only to question the periphery. I know in Orthodox they teach you to ask questions, but not about who wrote the Bible. I invite them to ask the question, who wrote the Bible? What's the evidence that God wrote it? Does that evidence stand up to science? Is it rational? And I think the only conclusion is no. And once we can get past that, then there's no telling what can happen, and there will be no more religious conflict over whose God is right or whose imaginary father is going to defeat somebody else's imaginary father. I want to thank all of you. I learn a lot every time I hear you. I'm inspired by your courage, Sheikh Shafayet. I'm inspired by you, Rabbi Brody. I learn a lot from him every single time, also about what it means to live a beautiful Jewish life. From John, I'm always inspired by his love, his tolerance, the beauty of his religion. I thank all of you for being here. We'll be back next month at the regular